Imalsha's Research Guide. Research guidance for students and professionals.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Imalsha's Research Guide. This is episode 3 of our SPS tutorial series. Today's lesson will focus on 3 very practical and important areas that every SPS user must know. Those are essential SPSS shortcuts, how to import Excel data into SPSS, how to export SPS data from SPSS to Excel or CSV. By the end of this video, you will be able to move through SPSS much faster and manage your dataset more easily.
What are the key SPSS shortcuts?
One of the best ways to save time in SPSS is by using shortcuts. SPSS has many built-in shortcuts that help you work faster, especially when dealing with large datasets or when switching across windows. In here, I'll show you the most useful shortcuts that you will use almost every day. Let's go through them one by one.
Basic editing shortcuts.
Let's start with the shortcuts you will probably use the most. These are very similar to the shortcuts you already know from other software like Word or Excel. Control plus Z, undo your last action. Control plus Y, redo what you just undid. Control plus C, copy the selected data. Control plus V, paste what you copied. Control plus X, cut the selected data. Control plus A, select everything in the current window. Control plus F, find a specific value or variable. These shortcuts makes editing in SPSS much faster and save you from clicking through menus again and again. They keep your workflow smooth, especially when you are cleaning or organizing large dataset.
File management shortcuts.
Next, let's look at the shortcuts that help you manage your SPSS file more efficiently. These make it easier to save your work, open new dataset, and switch between files without digging through menus. Control plus S, save your current dataset. Control plus O, open an existing dataset. Control plus N, create a new blank dataset. Control plus W, close the current window. These shortcuts are especially useful when you are working on multiple files or making frequent changes. They help you save time, stay organized, and avoid losing any of your work.
Window navigation shortcuts.
SPSS usually work with 3 main windows: Data View, Variable View, and Output Viewer. When you're analyzing data, you will move between these windows a lot. Instead of clicking around, you can switch instantly using these shortcuts. F10, jump straight to the data view. F11, open the output viewer. F12, go to the syntax editor. These shortcuts are extremely helpful when you are running analysis and checking results at the same time. They keep your workflow smooth and save you a lot of time.
Syntax shortcuts.
If you use the syntax editor in SPSS, these shortcuts will make your work much easier. Control plus R, run only the selected lines of syntax. Control plus Shift plus R, run the entire syntax file. Instead of clicking on the Run button every time, these shortcuts let you execute commands, steadily making your analysis faster and more efficient.
Why shortcuts matter.
Shortcuts may seem simple, but they make a big difference when working in SPSS. They help you work faster, reduce repetitive clicking, and minimize the chance of making mistakes. When you are dealing with large data sets, especially during assignments, research projects, or thesis works, these shortcuts can save you a lot of time and keep your workflow smooth and efficient.
How to import Excel data into SPSS.
Many people prefer to prepare their dataset in Microsoft Excel before moving to SPSS for analysis. The good news is that importing an Excel file into SPSS is very easy. However, you need to make sure your Excel sheet is properly organized to avoid error during the import process. In the next step, I'll show you how to bring your Excel data into SPSS smoothly and correctly.
Before importing, make sure your Excel file is clean.
Before bringing your Excel data into SPSS, it is important to make sure your file is properly organized. Let's go through what you need to check. First, the first row should have your variable names like age, gender, income, etc. This tells SPSS what each column represents. Next, avoid merge cell. Merge cells can really confuse SPSS and cause errors. Make sure there are no completely empty columns. Every column should either have data or a clear purpose. Finally, keep the data consistent in each column. For example, in the gender column, only put male or female. Don't mix numbers or text. If you follow these steps, SPSS will read your data correctly and the import will go smoothly.
Step-by-step process to import Excel data.
Let's go through how to bring your Excel file into SPSS step by step.
Step 1. Open SPSS. Go to File. Step 2. Select Open Data from the menu. Step 3. In the Open Data window, go to the Files of Type drop-down at the bottom and select Excel, star.xls, star.xlsx. Step 4. Browse your computer and select the Excel file you want to import, then click Open. Step 5. The opening Excel data source window will appear. Here, make sure to check the box that says Read variable names from the first row of data. This tells SPSS that your first row contains column headers, not data. Now, click OK. SPSS will import your Excel file and open it in Data View, ready for you to start analyzing. What happens after importing?
Once the Excel file is imported, your variable names will appear in the variable view, just like how you set them in the first row of your Excel sheet. Your actual data values will appear in the data view ready for analysis. SPSS will also automatically assign variable types such as numeric or string based on the data in each column. If you want to make any changes like adding labels, define missing values, or adjusting the measurement level, you can easily edit all of that in variable view.
How to export SPSS data to Excel or CSV.
After completing your analysis, you may need to export your proceed dataset. Exploring allows you to share your data with others or open it in Excel, Google Sheets, R, Python, or other software.
Export to Excel.
Now let's look at how to export your SPS dataset into Excel. First, go to the File menu and choose Save As. In the window that opens, look for the Save As type drop-down and select Excel. Next, choose the folder where you want to save your file. Give your Excel file a name that you can easily recognize. Once everything is set, simply click Save. SPSS will then export your dataset exactly as it appears in Data View, and you can open it in Excel whenever you need.
Export to CSV.
You can export your SPSS data to a CSV file using almost the same steps we use to export it to Excel. The only difference is that you need to select CSV as the file type. Let me show you how to do it.
When should you use CSV?
CSV is a great option when you want your data to work easily across different software programs. You should use a CSV file if you plan to open your data in Excel, Google Sheets, R, Python, Stata, Tableau. CSV files are simple, lightweight, and very easy to upload for import into most statistical and data analysis tools. They are perfect when you need maximum compatibility. That's all for today. Today you learned the most important SPSS shortcuts, how to import data from Excel, how to export SPS dataset to Excel or CSV. These skills will improve your workflow and help you manage data more confidently. If this video was helpful, please like, comment and subscribe to support the channel. Stay connected for episode 4.
Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, stay curious and happy researching.
Stay tuned with Imalsha's Research Guide.